Hi, this is Miss McClellan here to go over our Practice Chapter 8 Checkpoint with you. Problem 1A. Find the circumference and area of the circle given the radius. Okay, so we have our formulas. For circumference, it's 2 pi r, which means that I need to do 2 times pi, and the radius is 28 inches. I'll do that on my calculator right now. 2 times pi times 28 inches. So our circumference is approximately 175.84 inches. And area is calculated as pi r squared. That's going to be pi times 28 squared. And that's going to be, I'll put that on my calculator too, 2,461.76 inches squared. All right, now we're going to find the area and arc length for this sector. Okay, so I'm told that this is a 72-degree angle. So for sector, I'll be multiplying 72 divided by 360 times for the arc length, times the circumference of the whole circle, which would be 2 times pi times my radius of 7, and I'm going to put that in the calculator. 72 divided by 360 times 2 times pi times 7, and that equals 2.198 centimeters. I'm using 3.14 to approximate pi. You can also use the pi button on your calculator. The area of my arc is equal to 72 over 360 times pi times the radius squared, so times 7 squared. Okay, I'll do that as well. And that equals 30.772. And pardon me because I wrote that the arc length was 2.198, but I made a mistake when entering the values in my calculator. And if I had done it right, it would have been 8.792 centimeters. And for the area, I want to make sure I write centimeters squared. Okay, continuing to the next problem. We recall that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. We'll convert each degree measure into radians and each radian and measure into degrees. So 240 degrees equals how many radians? Okay, well, I'm going to make use of this equality here to say that pi over 180 equals 1. Therefore, multiplying by pi 1 over 80 should not change the value of 240 degrees, just the presentation. So 240 degrees multiplied by pi over 180 degrees is equal to, what's 240 divided by 180? 240, 180, 1.333 pi. So 1.3 repeating pi. Now, I would take this, but if you can, it's do this just as fractions. So let me reduce the fraction 240 over 180 by hand. So 240 over 180, I'll divide top and bottom by 10, is 24 over 18. I'll divide top and bottom by 6 is 4/3. So usually you would write this as 4 pi over 3. I'll take either answer, but I prefer 4 pi over 3 radians. Okay, and next I'm going to convert 5 pi over 6 to degrees. 5 pi over 6. This time I'll be multiplying by 180 over pi. The pi's cancel. I have 180 degrees times 5, 6. 180, I'm doing it on my calculator, times 5 divided by 6. And that equals 150. 150 degrees. Okay, we continue. Number 3a, find the area of the small shape. All right, well, my linear scale factor is 5. So my area scale factor is 5 squared, which is 25. So this area times 25 should equal 75. Well, I happen to know that 3 times 25 is 75, but if you don't, you can do division. That's another way to figure it out. 75 divided by 25 is 3. The area of this small shape has to be 3 square units. Okay, now we're going to find the perimeter of the small shape. So our area scale factor, looks like we're multiplying by 100. So our area scale factor is times 100. That means our length will be times the square root of 100, which is 10. Make that a little bit neater. So 10 times something is 65. Well, I happen to know that 10 times 6.5 is 65. And you can also find that using division. 65 divided by 10, 65 centimeters. Okay, next problem. Last problem. Okay, in the handheld folding fan shown in the picture below, X is 3 inches, Y is 4 inches. The fan, when fully opened, has a central angle of 145 degrees. If the price of silk is 0.15 per square inch, how much do we have to pay for the silk that's right here? Okay, well, we had a very similar problem in notes 8.4.3. And we'll be using the same solution method that we did. First, I'm going to find the area of the whole sector, where the angle, the central angle of my circle is 145 degrees, and the radius, the whole radius, is 7. Notice that I'm combining the 4 and the 3. So from that, I'll be subtracting the part of the fan which has no silk. Just this part, which is still 145 degrees. And that will equal the amount of silk that I'm going to use. So here, I need to do 145 over 360 multiplied by pi r squared, because I'm finding area, so times pi times 7 squared, and I'm going to subtract 145 over 360 times pi times 3 squared. And that will give me the area of the silk. And I'll multiply that area by the price of silk. Okay, calculator time. 145 divided by 360 times pi times 7 squared is 61.97. From that, I subtract 145 divided by 360 times pi times 3 squared. 11.38. So I'll do 61.97 minus 11.38, and that gets me the area of the silk is 50.59 inches squared, and then I'm going to multiply by 15 cents per square inch in order to get the price. So 0.15 times 50.59 equals $60. And whoa, it's a lot of money. Okay. I think I put it in wrong. Let me double check this. 0.15 times 50.59. Okay, $7.59. Cost of the silk is $7.59. Okay, I hope this video has been useful for you. That's the end of our Chapter 8 checkpoint.